Hi, everyone. I'm Sam Wilson Jr., and this is the Black Soul Music Experience Podcast Report. The report where I bring you upcoming events, what's going to be on the next episode of my podcast, and for breaking music news. And just want to give you some news to tell you that we are going to resume our podcast interview recordings beginning on Wednesday, July 22nd, with a new guest, but I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to tell that to you next month when I bring you the Black Soul Music Experience podcast fall preview. That will be on Wednesday, July 22nd. And for those that are living in the UK and Africa, the Middle East, and Far East, I have another guest I'm going to be interviewing on Saturday, July 25th, and that will be in the morning. So remember, for those that are living overseas, we have a 6 hour, 7, 8 hours difference away. So we're here on the East Coast in the NYC. And so right now we are at 7:10 p.m. Eastern Time, New York time. But if you're over in the UK or Africa, and that will be at exactly 1:10 a.m. early Sunday morning. And for those that are living in the Middle East, theirs will be at around 2 a.m. early Sunday morning. And for those that are living in the Far East, so if you're living in Thailand or in Japan, that will be at 3 a.m. early Sunday morning. So we have to get used to these times because if you're watching the news and if you've seen some of the news reporters, whether they're reporting from the UK or from Africa or the Middle East or the Far East, you'll see that it's nighttime over there, but early in the morning the next day. So I just wanted to let you know that we'll be resuming our podcast interview beginning Wednesday, July 22nd. And on that same week, I'll be a guest on my classmate's new podcast. And you can check it out on YouTube, and it's called Gen X. Gonna give it to you. So it's the new podcast that is reflecting on who were born between 1964 to 1968. And it's hosted by my Truman classmate, Deshanta Monique Thomas. So I'll be tuning in and I'll be the guest on her show. So that's all the report that I have for you now. So if you're on vacation, make sure you please check out the Black Soul Music Experience podcast. And you can check it out on my YouTube channel. Go to youtube.com/the Black Soul Music Experience. Or if you have a hard time getting on there, just go to the YouTube homepage and make sure you type in the Black Soul Music Experience podcast. Click the magnifying glass and be sure to look for my picture. I'm wearing a tuxedo, and all you need to do is click the subscribe button. So, right now, as I speak, I'm up to 252 subscribers on YouTube. So we're just halfway up to the 500 subscribers, but we still need to get up to 1,000 subscribers. So that is our goal so I can get my podcast to be monetized. So if you haven't checked out the Black Soul Music Experience podcast yet, now it is the time. So please check out all of my episodes from season 4 of 2024-25 season and from season 5 we just wrapped up. That is season number 5, 2025-26 season. And we'll be back with a new season premiere on Tuesday, August 25th. So we start off with season number 6 for the 2026-2027 season. So, in the meantime, folks, enjoy the rest of your summer And make sure you check out the Black Soul Music Experience podcast, where you can look for me on these 5 platforms. I'm on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, and Pocket Cast. And make sure you check out the Black Soul Music Experience podcast report. Look for all of my reports on my Substack channel. So make sure you should subscribe to Substack, and that's where I'll be branching out for those that may have a hard time getting on to Patreon. So hopefully, I will still be taking my podcast on the road locally to help my classmates and friends, as well as my family relatives who may not know about my podcast. So for those of you who have YouTube on your smartphones and or on your computers, make sure you go to the YouTube homepage and don't forget to type in the Black Soul Music Experience podcast. And be sure to click the magnifying glass and make sure that you look for my picture. I'm wearing a tuxedo. And that's where you click the subscribe button on your smartphone. Bing! And let me see that you're subscribed to my podcast. So make sure you check out the Black Soul Music Experience podcast and be sure to check out my new and improved website. Go to Black Soul Music Experience podcast.com and make sure you click on there. And you're going to see all of the other podcast platforms for those that may not have Apple or Spotify or Amazon Music or iHeartRadio or Pocket Cast. Just keep scrolling all the way down on your smartphones and on your computers. You're going to be seeing some other ones, including iVox, that spells VOXX, and Podbean, and all other platforms. So, for those who want to check out some of the podcast episodes from the beginning, it's all on those platforms that I just mentioned. Just go to iVox or Podbean. So make sure you check it out. Please subscribe. Please support. Please give me a thumbs up. Please leave a comment and please pass it on. Please make your donations to my Black Soul Music Experience podcast by becoming a member and subscribe to Patreon. All you need to do is go to Patreon, and if you have your computer, go to the Patreon homepage. Make sure you put in your email address and your new password, and you'll see all of the Patreon shows done by different creators. And make sure you go to the search box and type in the Black Soul Music Experience Podcast 6 and check out all of the audio and video podcast episodes from seasons 4 and 5 and the video podcast clips that you may have missed. And just a reminder that my Black Soul Music Experience podcast on YouTube is now open to all of the links for those who are tuning in to Spotify and Patreon. And make sure you look for all of my full episodes of the Black Soul Music Experience podcast, where I get it from Spotify via riverside.fm. And that's where I'll be posting all of the full episodes on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. And yes, for those of you who want to check out my spinoff, the Black Soul Music Experience podcast reports, please become a member and subscribe to Substack. And that's where you find all of my video podcast reports. And yes, for those who want to see more, we're going to be subscribing to those new subscribers. Please make your donations to Substack. We're going to be doing this on Substack real soon. So, in the meantime, take care. God bless. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And please have a safe and happy summer.